Most people think discipline is a personality trait, something you're either born with or you're not. They think if you're not consistent, if you procrastinate, if you quit halfway, it means you're weak, lazy, broken. But that idea is not just wrong, it's scientifically backwards, because your brain was never designed for discipline, not for long-term goals, not for delayed rewards, not for heroic self-control. Your brain was designed for one thing: survival. For millions of years, humans survived by conserving energy, chasing fast rewards, and avoiding unnecessary effort. In other words, your brain doesn't want you to go to the gym, it wants you to stay on the couch. Your brain doesn't want you to study or write or build something meaningful, it wants you to open TikTok, because dopamine is faster there, and that's not a flaw, that's biology. But here's the problem: modern life demands the exact opposite. It asks you to be focused in a world full of distractions, consistent in a world built on instant pleasure, disciplined in a body that evolved to avoid effort. So when you try to force discipline using willpower, what are you really doing? You're trying to override millions of years of evolution with motivation quotes and self-hate, and that works. For a few days, maybe a few weeks, then you get tired. And when you're tired, your brain goes back to autopilot. And autopilot always chooses the easiest path. This is why most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're fighting the wrong battle. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, explains it simply: real discipline doesn't come from force, it comes from design. The most consistent people are not stronger than you. They're not more motivated than you. They've just built environments and systems where the right behavior is the easiest behavior. They don't fight their brain, they outsmart it. And in this video, you're going to understand why discipline is mostly an illusion, why procrastination is not a character flaw, and how to redesign your life so the right actions become automatic. If you've ever felt ashamed for not sticking to your plans, this video isn't here to judge you. It's here to show you that you are playing the wrong game. Your brain doesn't care about your 5-year plan. It cares about comfort, safety, and saving energy. For most of human history, that made perfect sense. Eat when food is available, rest whenever possible, avoid unnecessary risks, conserve energy for emergencies. That software is still running inside you. So when you try to wake up early to train, your brain interprets it as a threat to comfort. When you open your laptop to work, it suggests social media instead, because the reward is instant and guaranteed. Going to the gym, studying, writing, those require effort now for a reward later. Your brain hates that trade, not because it's stupid, but because it's efficient. Neuroscience calls this cognitive ease, the tendency to always choose the path of least resistance. And here's the brutal truth: the problem is not your willpower, the problem is the design of your life. Most people think self-control is an inner strength. Like a muscle, you just need to train harder. But self-control is fragile. Put a disciplined person in a badly designed environment, and they'll fall apart too. Think about this: you want to work out, but your clothes are buried in a drawer. Your shoes are in the car. It's cold outside. Meanwhile, your bed is warm. Your phone is in your hand. Instagram is already open. Now the choice isn't between good and bad. It's between easy and difficult. And your brain always chooses easy. This is what James Clear calls choice architecture. Your behavior is shaped by what's closest, most visible, and most accessible. Change the environment, and behavior changes without motivation. Put the book on your bed instead of your phone. Prepare your workout clothes the night before. Hide distracting apps. Reduce friction for good habits. Increase friction for bad ones. Because discipline doesn't come from effort. It comes from preparation. Your life already runs on habits. You brush your teeth, you check your phone, you make coffee, all without thinking. Habit stacking uses this to your advantage. Instead of creating a new habit from scratch, you attach it to an existing one. After brushing your teeth, gives meditate for 2 minutes. After making coffee, gives write 1 paragraph. After locking the door, gives review your top priority. Why does this work? Because starting is the hardest part. Once you're in motion, momentum takes over. And momentum beats willpower every time. Start small. Make it specific. Make it immediate. And soon, the action happens before doubt shows up. That's real discipline. Procrastination isn't a personality defect, it's a design problem. Your brain avoids tasks that are unclear, unattractive, hard to start, unsatisfying. So James Clear proposes 4 laws of behavior change. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. If a habit fails, it's not because you're broken. It's because one of these four is missing. Fix the system, and procrastination fades on its own. Here's a dangerous myth. You need to love the process. No, you don't. You just need to make the right action inevitable. Disciplined people don't feel motivated every day. They just build systems that work even on bad days. They don't rely on desire. They rely on structure. As James Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Here's the real shift. Lasting change doesn't start with what you want to achieve. It starts with who you believe you are. Every small action is a vote for your identity. Every time you train, you vote for I'm disciplined. Every time you read, you vote for I'm the kind of person who grows. Every time you show up for 2 minutes, you reinforce a new self. And when identity changes, behavior follows. Real discipline isn't force, it's alignment. It's when your environment, habits, and identity all point in the same direction. So you have a choice. You can keep blaming yourself for not being strong enough, or you can start designing a life where the right actions are the easiest actions. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop punishing yourself for being human. Build the system. Let it carry you. Now tell me in the comments, what's the first habit you're going to redesign? And if this changed how you see discipline, subscribe, because here, we don't sell motivation. We build systems that actually work.